One of my favorite mixing techniques is parallel processing. In this video, I'm going to break down how I use parallel processing in my mixing workflow and why you should try it too. Let's go. Hi, I'm Ole from Subphotic.com, where I try to help rappers, producers, beat makers, hip-hop music makers to get as much music done as possible with as good a sound as possible. And as a natural supplement to this video, I have the ultimate mixing guide for producers. The link is in the description. Download it and find some gold. Okay, parallel processing. I will show you 3 uses of parallel processing. Let's discuss. Number 1, parallel saturation. My 2 favorite plugins for this is the Bliss and the Decapitator. Here they are. Okay. Now, the reason that I love this so much is because that you can give a lot of saturation. You can really hear the saturation that almost turns into distortion, and you can tweak it where you hear the extreme settings. You tweak it to the maximum and then you back down a bit and you do other stuff such as changing the vibe of the distortion and so on. Especially on the Decapitator, there are many choices. And then you use the mix dry button and you turn down the process signal and you turn up the dry signal. And then you can go back and forth experimenting. This is great for buses, for tracks, for even the master outs. It's great to apply some sweet saturation, but backing it down without backing down the character of it. So that's something very useful, I think. So here you can hear an example of with and without. Enjoy. And here's an example of the same signal, only the wet dry on 100% wet. So it's basically no parallel treatment at all. Of course, the settings are not that extreme. Just listen to this. And then listen back into the parallel signal. So that was saturation. Now the second one is the obvious one, parallel compression. So on the Pro C2 that I use a lot, or on the stock Logic compressor, there's a mix drive knob that you can turn. I like to use that mix and drive button to really make some sweet upward compression, taming the transients, but turning it down and then adding it back in. It makes for some nice results. I like that way of compressing, using extreme settings without being intrusive to the audio signal. So you can have that dry sound coming back into your mix by using the wet dry knob here as well. Here's an example of some drums. And if you compare it to regular compression, where there's no mix and dry knob, it would sound like this. If you like this video so far, hit the like button. And if you want to continue watching videos like these, hit the subscribe button. And here comes the third and final application of parallel processing, and that is the plugin chain. Now, let me show you here. So I got a separate channel. It can be an aux, for example, or it can be a track that is duplicated. Anything goes. And what I do here is I have a series of plugins. I have some EQ, some compression, maybe some saturation, and maybe some other special effects, such as some time-based effects, or I can do whatever I want on this track, depending on the situation and the application, what I want to happen. So I can use this, for example, as a vocal sweetener. I can use it to bring more aggressivity, make the drums sound more aggressive. I can use it to shape buses or even the master. It all depends. And this technique here resembles the New York style compression, where you would filter out some frequencies and apply extreme compression to that only. You won't obtain that with just using a wet dry knob. So this is like New York style compression 2.0. So regular New York style compression looks like this. And version 2.0 looks like this and sounds like this. Listen up and look. So that's basically it. So you see the different plugins, the variety of plugins, which all serve to the greater good of making something sound sweeter, fatter, more dense, wider, deeper. That's it. What's your relationship with parallel processing? Do you use parallel processing? Let me know in the comments. And I really recommend you to watch one of these videos before you go. Peace!